Hello there, my name is Stallone-Obaraemi Samuel, and I want to share some things with you from my heart. Now, in this year that we're in, it's a new year. This is 2023 at the time of me recording this. And I believe that the principles I probably want to share with you would apply anytime. But at the beginning of the year, many people, I don't know if you're there, but if you are not there and maybe you've gone past what I want to describe, it will also make sense to probably share this information with people that you care about. Many people at this point in time are in a point of confusion and they are looking for it's a new year. What am I going to do? So I'm going to look at what are some of the things that put them in that space of confusion and what they can do and the results or the effects of that and what they can do differently. This is not a sales video, nothing. I'm just sharing something, and I hope that it helps someone. I hope that it touches someone. I'm sharing from my heart. I think for many people at this point in time, I'm drawing from conversations that I've had with people within these few days into the new year. For many people, one of the challenges they have is that they set goals and they set goals the wrong way. Okay, one of the things that many people do is they focus on, I want to make XYZ amount of money today, or I want to do this, I want to enjoy this, I want to enjoy that. Many people I have spoken to, their goals revolve around material things. How much money they want to make this year and what car they want to buy and all of that. I'm not against all of those things. But what often stops them from getting there is that they focus on the end and they do not focus on the process that takes them to that point. So I give you, for instance, if you say, I want to become an accountant, or I want to become a doctor, I want to become a lawyer in the next 4 years, in the next 5 or 6 years, you should understand that you'll have to get into school. You would also have to go through the course program and you would have to do your assignments, do everything in order to graduate. So it's a process. So I think the focus, first of all, should be on I will gain admission into a particular institution. And the next thing is I'm going to be disciplined and serious all through the process. Okay, these are small goals that you set towards that end goal. And what are you trying to do? You are trying to say that I would become this person in order for me to achieve that. So first, I'm going to become this person. I'm going to become the person who passes my exams and gets into school, into the higher institution. I'm going to be that person who will not party around and then waste the whole time. I'm going to be that person who reads his book or her book. I'm going to be disciplined. I'm going to be that disciplined person. So at every point in time, you are one person or the other that moves you closer to the goal. Eventually, the goal will happen. So if we bring it into our personal lives and business, it might just be, I want to gain a promotion. The question is, what do you need to gain the promotion? Do you need a certification course? Do you need to pick up some skills? Do you need to learn some probably social media skills, business analytical skills, project management skills? So people forget this process and they just focus on the end. And then along the line, they are not that person. They lack the discipline to become that small person incrementally that would take them to the goal. I don't know if I'm able to, if I'm really constructing my thoughts. I don't know if my words are actually constructing my thoughts in a way that it's clear enough for you to understand. But I hope you do. Okay, if you don't, I don't know where you'll be seeing this video. I'd like to hear your comment and feedback and see if we can talk some more about this. So the second reason many people are afraid or people are scared and they experience a measure of despair is because they're confused as to where to start. For many people, they have made decisions in 2022 or in previous years that have not really panned out. The thing about failure, if you're not very careful, is that when you try making decisions and you keep failing, at some point you begin to self-talk and ask yourself, are you even worthy of the good life you're dreaming of. Is this really for you? Maybe it's not for you. Maybe it's not your thing. There are so many people out there that this is meant for. You were not built for that. So it weakens you. You see, people are more often than not concerned about what people say about them or say to them, and they believe in the power of the words that people say to them. They forget that the words that they say to themselves, even in their subconscious state, is by far more powerful than what people say to them. So, what are you telling yourself? So, when you are confused, you don't know where to start, hopelessness sets in, despair sets in. That's number two thing. I've seen many people, you just go around with people, jump around, hey, 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 but they really don't know where they're going. They're just floating. Now you might be in that state. Well, it's not a bad thing, to get into that state, but it's not a good thing to stay there. So the essence of this video is probably to kind of wake you up and say this is happening. Some people it's happening to them, but they just are not aware that it's actually happening to them. The third thing that I want to, there are a whole lot, but I just mentioned maybe three or four. The third thing is that there is an ocean. You are faced with an ocean of offers here and there, and this is particular to small business owners, entrepreneurs, people who work from home, people who work online. So you are probably an affiliate marketer, network marketer, maybe an e-commerce person. You're doing some stuff online, a social media marketer, and you've been trying a couple of things, and there have been shifts here and there in the world in the space of marketing and doing business, and it can be challenging. So for many people, the businesses they were doing last year probably had some hiccups, and then they're thinking, what am I going to do this year? Where am I going to start? Now, on the face of that, you have a whole lot of opportunities in quotes here and there flying and hitting you. I know a lot of them hit me too. People come to me, people send me messages. Okay, this is new. And then they give you various reasons why you should switch into that lane, and so it can also be inundating, it can be overwhelming, it can be frustrating at times. So you might also be facing that. I know that maybe, possibly, you might be facing that, or someone who is facing that. But it's a real challenge, because at this point you don't know, we don't know what to choose. Is this business going to be good for me? And then sometimes at some point we begin to lower our values. There are some people that would say, I won't go into a business until I understand what the business is and understand that it has some positive impact and of value that it can offer. But when you keep trying things and they don't work out, but you look right or you look left, you see people that just jumping whenever things come up, but they don't care ethically. You just come to a point where you feel like, well, I don't care whatever happens, I have to jump in, and I don't care the ethical implication. I just have to jump in and get something done. Yeah, we understand that feeling. I understand that you want to put food on the table for the family. You want to live a good life. You want to start something. And you see people that have succeeded because they've not just stopped by to even think, they just go in. And so you also want to go in. Well, that's a real challenge. I'm not judging. I'm just pointing the challenges that I think many people face, especially people that are coming from developing countries. But this is not just about people coming from developing countries. I have spoken to friends, people even in developed countries, and many people are basically many times empty and they're just blank. Well, the fourth thing I want to mention is people have a fear of losing another year, because it's more like, oh, 2022 has come and gone, I really did not achieve my goals. How am I sure that 2023 will come? 2023 is here. How am I sure that the same thing is not going to happen? So that fear sets in, and then they just jump in and let me do whatever happens, whatever comes my way, and I don't care. It's also a real challenge. So, what's the effect of these things that I've mentioned? The first effect, I think, impact it has on many people is that they become paralyzed because of endless analysis. So I'm afraid, I don't know, 2023, what's going to happen, but I'm not sure. Should I take a decision? Should I do this or that? Oh, we have offers here and there, flying here and there. I need to analyze all of them step by step. And I don't know what exactly. And there is a confusion as to where to start. So they're talking to friends, they're talking to family members, they're talking to people that have no expertise, whatever. They are talking to people here and there, even people that even they believe are very knowledgeable. And so they keep analyzing and analyzing and analyzing. Even when they have, there are opportunities for them to take, they keep analyzing because they're human. There's a part of the brain that is built to protect you. And that part of the brain stops you from trying new things. That part of the brain stops you from taking risks. All right. It's what's called, it's like a creative subconscious. It gives you reasons for not trying new things. And so people get stuck in that space. Well, the second effect in this case is that, conversely, some people make quick and faulty decisions. So I'm afraid I don't want 2023 to pass me by. This is my year of breakthrough. This is that. And so for what? They jump in, they make decisions quickly without at least giving thought to trying to find out what really they're going into and how, what value they will be able to create and what impact that would bring, that would have on humanity. They don't look at all of that. They just jump in. So many people go in and they're going to repeat the mistakes they've made past last year or 2 years ago. They don't look at themselves. How have they improved? How are they going to improve themselves? They just focus on the mundane material things and they just jump in. That could also be a disturbing effect that this what I'm describing right now could have on more people. I just hope I'm able to reach your hearts. And this is not a sales video or something. I'm just talking to you. And if this makes sense to you, please share the video. Let's see how many persons we can reach and help and wake them up. Some people are in a state and they're just not aware. Sometimes they just need a voice to listen to and just to wake them up. This is supposed to be a very, this is not supposed to be a very long video. I may not be able to cover so much, but the video might just open someone's eyes or open someone's minds. It might just be a force, it just open, boom, and the person might go on to make some research that would help the person to stumble on certain things that would probably change the person's life. All right. So that's that. Okay, so some people jump in, and then for other people to have made, so some people it's paralysis, they can't make decisions. For some people, they just jump in, and the effect is they make decisions without even thinking how that is going to affect them or other people. So what are some of the things that I think you should be able to do in probably to get out of the state? One of the things that I think you could do is this. Well, before I even tell you about some of the things that I think you could do, is I think there's one other thing I need to mention is that for the third category of people who may not be just analyzing or maybe just the other category, maybe jumping, there's another set of people that would go into this journey of consuming motivational videos and audios and reading books and picking up materials and consuming again and again and jumping on one shiny object or the other, promising that in the next 30 days your life is going to turn over, in the next 90 days your life is going to change. You're going to consume all this stuff for the next 3 to 6 months. Their email boxes will be buzzing with different offers and all of that, and they'll be reading and watching sales videos and all of that, and forever without taking action. That's the third effect that's going to have. So I'm just going to make some suggestions. You just choose what really works for you. And I hope that, like I said, this is not going to give you all the answers, but it's probably going to wake you up, or probably wake someone else that you might decide to share this video with. And or you'll begin to look at things differently for the sake of their 2023. So One of the things I think you could do is to set goals focused not on that material gain you want to get, the end product, but focusing on the person you need to become, the person you need to become to achieve that. Okay. So, for instance, I want to lose weight. The goal is simple. I will go to the gym every single day or 3 times a week, and I will spend an hour in the gym. And it's the intensity is going to be this, or that. Very clear. Because for me to losing weight is the goal, is the end goal. For me to lose weight, I need to hit the gym steady, or I need to get a guide, an instructor to guide me. I need an accountability person. So it's like driving. You don't get on your car and say, I want to see all through to the end of where I'm going to. I'm going to be driving for an hour. I'm going to probably cover 150 kilometers. I want to see all through 150 kilometers before I set out. No, you're just going to and you're driving at night. Your headlamp can only help you to see so far. When you get to that point, you see the next distance, and then let's say you see about, let's say, a kilometer or two, you cover that, the headlamp shows you the next. It's how this works. So set goals that you can measure, and the goals should be focused on the person you should become in order to attain that material fit. Not the goal shouldn't be centered around that material manifestation, because whatever you see physically is actually a manifestation of what has happened mentally. So you have to become that person to create that physical thing, okay, by virtue of the value you create. But that's a conversation for another day. This video is getting longer than I thought it was going to get. Then the next thing I think you need to do is to find a coach or find a mentor. It doesn't have to be a physical person. I'm telling you this. You can decide to, what am I do I want to do? Do I want to learn more about social media marketing, about network marketing, about affiliate marketing, about e-commerce? Do I want to learn about creating courses online? Do I want to start my own small business, work from home? Who do I know that his or her message resonates with me? I like what Les Brown said one time. I was watching something when Les Brown said, so I can't put it exactly the same way. It said something about training people to use their voices. And I think what I picked from that, he said, listen, everybody has a voice to listen to. Give you an example. Les Brown is a very powerful speaker. But there are some people that if Les Brown talks from now till tomorrow, as world class as he is, they will never connect to him. I have a friend like that, a business partner, who told me, look, until he met me, until I started talking about Les Brown, he never liked Les Brown. He never connected. He doesn't like the way Les Brown talks. I said, for real? But when I say the same things that I learned from Les Brown, my friend listens. And he goes, man, you're wise. You're so full of, I mean, you know so much. And then I started telling him of my study habit, my rituals when it comes to studying and self-development. And so one of the persons that I really listen to many a times, when it comes to motivational speaking, when it comes to the use of, because sometimes I talk on stage and I laugh, and he says, I'm so relaxed. And I said, this laughing when you talk, I'm really laughing when you talk on stage. I learned it from Les Brown. He said it was Les Brown. I talked about, I showed him Les Brown's video. He said he knows this guy. He never likes the guy. I said some of the things I tell you, I learned from him. So the same thing that Les Brown says, and he never listens. He doesn't want it, it doesn't get into him. When I say the same thing, they get into him because he hears my voice. What am I trying to say? You know someone, you probably would find someone, it could be online, it could be offline, that the person's voice or the person's way of talking, the person's way of passing the message resonates with you. Another more powerful person can pass the same message and it won't click, it won't connect, because you probably don't like the person's style of delivery, you don't like the person's attitude when it comes to delivery and all of that. So somehow you form a wall that blocks you from even listening to the person. Find that person whose voice resonates with you as a person, connects with you, and see what you can learn and grow from there. All of us need someone. Every one of us needs someone. We need a coach, we need a mentor, an accountability person that's going to help us to grow. Then, number three, I think you need to do is to take small actions. Small actions. When we talk about compounding, many of us look at the financial part. Oh, compounding, the principle of compounding is one of the wonders of the 20th century. Bam, 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 blah, blah, blah. It's more about money. But we forget about the effect of compounding when it comes to taking small actions every single day. And I'm talking to myself too. Sometimes we want to pile things so much and then do all of them at the same time. Boom. In other words, we overestimate the power of doing things once, piling up things and doing them once. And we gravely underestimate the power of doing things in incremental form, little by little. We underestimate that power. So don't go on trying to read all the books in the world, watch all the videos in the world, and listen to all the audios in the world and never take action in this year 2023. So I understand the confusion there. People come to me, Stallone, this is the newest company. It is rocking the wave. It is making waves. It's rocking the airwaves. Everybody's keying in. You have to position yourself, blah, blah, blah. Oh, this is the newest affiliate product. Oh, you try, this is the new system. The question I usually would ask myself is, Stallone, what's your plan for yourself this year? I know that if I change, if I develop, if this Stallone, if the 2023 Stallone is stronger and better than this 2022 Stallone, I'm going to attract better things. My focus is on me. If that means I have to be scarce a little bit, if that means I have to get into my closet and learn some more things, if that means I have to pick some few skills, if that means I have to spend some more time meditating, if that means I have to become a more spiritual person, that means I have to pay more attention to my loved ones and take some time to breathe in, understand what happens, how I connect to everything around me. I'm going to do that. I will not run at every offer. Okay. In the midst of that, I will try as much as possible not to afraid to take up opportunities and be willing to fail and learn from them. But one thing is certain, my 2023 Stallone has to be better, stronger, smarter than the 2022 Stallone. And that should be your goal. The first thing you need to focus on, who am I becoming in order to achieve what I'm looking for? I do hope that this video somehow touches you or maybe resonates, maybe if not all the parts, one part or the other. And I do hope that you also move to share it with other people, to move them so that they don't just carried away by all the noise and confusion in the air. But you should focus on how to develop themselves, how to grow themselves, pick specific skills that will move you one step up, one step, another step, and that's it, all right? Great stuff. My name again is Stallone-Obaraemi Samuel. My sincere desire for you is that you go on succeeding by becoming a better version of yourself. Let nothing take that away from you. Bye for now.